الثقة موجودة، الحماس موجود، كل شيء موجود.
I want to say, as long as we are in the right mentality and we have the right state, we're in the right state of mind, we can accomplish what we want to, and hopefully within these last 2 games, like I said before, we'll get into the flow of it, and we believe that we have.
Before we throw it over to the studio, so let's go over to that one.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much, Barney. I am with Aaron, one of the superstars, the young superstar from Ulf here, to talk about some of the games that have gone on so far here for them. And my question to you guys is, obviously, it's been a bit of an up and down results so far from you guys. What do you think about the overall games from today as well as your performance?
Bugünkü maçlarda yine iyi performanslarınız da oldu, kötü performanslarınız da oldu. Genel olarak bugünü biraz değerlendirebilir misin?
Bugün çok iyi de oynamadık, çok kötü de oynamadık. Ortalama puan çektik bence. Çok hatamız var. Onlardan ders çıkarıp son 2 maç inşallah iyi puan çekeceğiz.
As you said, we had ups and downs today as well. But we know our mistakes and we hope to learn our lessons from that and finish on the top in those last 2 games.
So let's talk about that then a little bit. Obviously, a lot of top 4s from you guys so far, but no wins, no chicken dinners just yet. But we're used to knowing that Ulf is always a contender for number 1 and always able to get them chicken dinners on the board. So will there be any adaptations in these next 2 games, or what are you expecting?
Henüz bir win almadınız ama Ulf'u biliyoruz, her zaman 1. sıraya zorlayan bir takım. Top 4'de de çok oynadınız ama hiçbir win gelmedi. Bu son oyunlarda stratejinizde herhangi bir değişiklik olacak mı?
Yani bir değişikliğimiz olmayacak, aynı oyunumuza devam edeceğiz. Sadece hatalarımızı telafi etmeye çalışacağız.
We will only keep playing our own game and we will try to learn our lessons from the mistakes that we made.
All right, fair. Thank you very much, Aaron, for joining us here. That is us done for here down on the stage. Time to head back into the games here for more PMWC.
Let's go.
Promise you all some more updates. Well, we've got them because we swung by the Allianz Vault. We grabbed Trav to give us a little bit of some insight into what's been going on, because you guys are already 3 days into your group stage, so break it all down for us.
Yeah, as you say, we're in day 3 at the moment, which means the brackets have kind of reset, the groups are back to the start, and the players are on the same standing again.
Okay.
But the same can't be said for some of the clubs. Team Falcons coming into day 3 of competition with 3 players left alive. They came in with 4, so lost 1 along the way. But other than that, the biggest competition, you're looking at Twisted Minds.
Sure.
Arslan Ash has pretty much done everything you can in this game. So he's just 1 EWC win away from being the GOAT, and that is just a crazy statement.
That's
for him.
huge.
But over, obviously, we see AGL competing across quite a few stages this week. Zubair is one of the favorites to take this competition now.
Ooh.
He beat the favorite in his group. So he's kind of taken that pole position at the moment, and I'm really liking AGL to go far here.
That could be massive.
Exactly. And like, obviously in the position they're in on the club championship leaderboard as well, a couple of big wins, they'll be leapfrogging above the rest. Vitality, however, haven't had the best couple of weeks, to be honest with you, and they've put all their faith in one player, Jean Ding. So it's a question of whether or not he's going to be able to get it done. He's been looking kind of hit or miss so far, but obviously with it refreshing and being now in the similar standing, he might have a chance.
So this could be really interesting when it comes to our club championship standings. Obviously, like you mentioned, we've got AGL in 3 out of the 4 stages this week. One of the teams we're paying attention to in PUBG Mobile, you mentioned Vitality. We've got them. We're going to see them tomorrow kind of to kick things off for their group as well. So lots of these clubs could get some massive points this week, kind of shake up the overall leaderboard, because so many clubs are chasing Falcons right now at the tippy top of it. So still lots of action left in store for all of you at home. And of course, when we have some winners, some more points on the board, or some big changes, we'll make sure we're keeping you updated on all of it.
See, I told you Glitter will be able to deliver with the club championship updates. Also, shout out to Trav for letting us know what's going on his stage. But I'm joined by none other than Mr. Blank. He went from casting and now here at the studio with us, and none other than Neptune as well, the 7WG. We got to talk about that last game. AGAL putting themselves in contention for that top 5, Natura.
Isn't it nice? It's so nice. I mean, we've been wanting AGAL to do something for how many games has it been? 8 games so far? Something like that? Yeah, 10 games, even worse. No, they're doing a very, very good job. I am enjoying what they're doing, but to go in a little bit more in depth, right, I really liked how they did that South wraparound, and I think that's really going to be something that we're going to see, hopefully, from them a little bit more, as they're being able to actually, you know, think outside the box a little bit, do those wraparound rotations, able to see those opportunities and do it all over again. So maybe in Miramar it will be happening, but 19 points, I think that is the incentive that they need to do that again.
Yeah, solid from AGAL to maybe, hopefully, they'll be able to make it to that top 5. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen in those upcoming final 2 matches. One team that we actually ended up seeing there that they ended up getting good placement points, but not eliminations. Thunder Talk Gaming. Absolute bless, but honestly, does nothing with it.
Yeah, bro, why did it take the weaker Chinese team to let the stronger Chinese team win? What was that about?
I don't know.
That wasn't cool.
Thunder Talk Gaming was camping insanely. They were there for the longest time.
Okay, however you call it that though, because you came out, you said X-Force in heaven were not camping.
Make sure to like and subscribe,
guys. We're not
guys.
camping. I say
We are
it was
watching
just lucky,
EWC.
though. They were holding off people. What do you mean? They were holding off Furia. They were holding a bunch of other people.
Yeah,
but for this one, Thunder Talk, they were legit just camping.
Okay. I agree with that. I mean, to be fair to Thunder Talk though, they need some points. Okay, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
You gotta do.
Okay, you can't hate too much.
No.
I tell you what I do hate though. I'll tell you what I do hate.
What do you hate?
I really do not like Enigma Galaxy's push onto Volcano versus Aurora. That was a throw. That was probably the biggest throw I've seen in quite some time, actually. There was no reason to leave where they left from. And I mean, if we even just roll the tape back to what we were just watching just then, AGAL won from when Enigma Galaxy was playing.
That's true.
Like, we could just sit there all day. We could sit there all day, twiddle our thumbs, and we would have won the game. All right? Aurora has to come off the ridge side into plain views. Got shot by someone else. So I don't really understand the call there. And we're still hitting these strange 2-2 splits. I think sometimes it works really well. Other times, not so much.
Yep. In that one, it didn't work whatsoever if you are Enigma Galaxy. One team that does need the points and was able to put up good points there in the last match was Alula. I really enjoyed the way that they were able to kind of rotate towards the north. And right now, we're seeing an amazing performance out of this squad that's trying to make it to survival at least.
Yeah, it's a really nice play. I was watching them versus RRQ, I think, over in the garage area, and it was actually really, really nice to see that aggression come on through. It was a very strong sort of presence that they put themselves into, moving into the garage area over there, because it wasn't a direct push. There was a solo of RRQ in the garage, but it wasn't a direct full-on push onto an opposite team. It was just such a strong presence with those vehicles that it was like, hey, we're actually going to be doing something. It's intimidating for the other teams. That's what you want to see from teams more often. And yeah, Alula did a really great job of that.
Well, I think this lobby is quite well balanced. So
Very.
It's very well balanced.
Very.
The thing is that there are some squads where the gameplay feels a little less intentional overall. That's what kind of worries me in a big way at the moment, is that for OG, I do think there has been some times where, you know, they'll find a good spot, they have some good rotates in, and then it feels intentional from there onwards. Like that's a passivity that they go for, and it tends to reward them in the late game. Yeah. I want to see a bit more proactiveness from them in future, because I think that could really help improve their score lines. But right now, they're absolutely fine. There's no reason to change. There are teams, on the other hand, like we're looking at RRQ, they feel like a team that's been forced to make plays. It doesn't feel intentional, and then they're winning off the back of some gun skill. And I think, honestly, Lepar is massively propping up that team at the moment, because he has some really good clutch moments. But it comes off the back of, ooh, did we really want to be here? Now Lepar's going to have to clutch up.
Yeah, it's true. I think you're right there. It's like, And I'm seeing it from a lot of teams. I'm just trying to think of like all the lobbies that we've seen, all the groups, all the teams rather. It's kind of a lot of the same thing. I think OG in the beginning were doing it as well, right? Not so much today, but certainly yesterday it was a little bit of a let's see what happens if we go here and then see what happens. You know, it's not proactive. It's not, there's no plan to it. It's just kind of a bit random. And I think a few teams have been doing that. Like,
For OG, they're not going to be that upset, all right? They ended up with the first place, third place, fourth place. This is just something that they're going to keep on improving. And going back to Alula, something that I actually really want, I was hoping you would end up pointing out. I really enjoy how long they took to rotate in because they were making sure that there was going to be nobody behind them. I really enjoyed that out of them, which kind of allowed them to do that fight that you were talking about with RRQ. Another squad that we actually been seeing now step up as we're seeing the battle there for first place is 4Thrives. 4Thrives with those 2-2 splits.
it was very nice. And 2-2 splits are their big thing. The 1-3, the 2-2, they love doing it. And we saw it in some really good form there in that last game. I really enjoyed that. Very strong. Again, the same point I was making about Alula is the same for 4Thrives. Again, they're intimidating the rest of the teams. They've woken up in this game and gone, right, there's 2 games left. We would like to be in first place, so we're going to be more intimidating, playing those mind games, being very strong, not necessarily going full aggro, but being intimidating. Look at what intimidation gets you. 4Thrives, 92 points.
Not even just intimidation, just being proactive and making sure that they don't let anybody push up on them as KRX was trying to. But 4Thrives right now overtakes that first place. Orangutan still in that second place. Congratulations, Orangutan. You're going to be going to the finals. Aurora Gaming there in that third. And now we're going to be looking at that 5th place and that 4th place because I want you to see how close it is from 4th place all the way down to 8th. It's just 11 points, which honestly, it can, even through this, even through Ulf as well, they can make that jump, Blank.
They can. I think for Ulf, there's a big opportunity here at the end of the day to make it happen. I wasn't massively impressed with Erin's answers there, though. There was a lot of, we can learn from our mistakes, we can learn from our lessons.
Yeah.
What are those lessons? What are those mistakes? Do they even know what those mistakes and lessons
Make sure to like and subscribe.
And I think that's a struggle thing for me to listen to, really, because I think Ulf, they have good gameplay. Even watching Erangel on Airstrip, that was really nice. They had a great setup. It's very creative at the end of the day. But I think Ulf, they have these special moments here and there.
Yes.
Right now, I just don't think we're hitting those yet. Ketch isn't really on his A game. I think Erin's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Scarface, funnily enough, despite having not these massive pop-off moments, he's coming in clutch right now. But Ulf can do it. For Enigma Galaxy, I really do want to see them get into top 5.
Yes.
They have looked very disappointed throughout these 2 days, which I've been, a little bit unhappy about because I'm like, guys, you've been playing very well at certain points of time. I want that team atmosphere to be a little bit up. You've got Coops with you. He's doing phenomenal work. Hype your boy up a little bit. That's all I want to see.
My boy, Coops! Because honestly, he has been performing so well. But before we go into the next 2 matches, we're going to be sending it to Kalaris and the man with the big energy, Hadouks!
That is very correct. We got Miramar on the way, and we want to talk a little bit about that. I've got Hot Jukes with me to talk about it all and how it's going to go down. Obviously, with only 2 games remaining here, Jukes, some of those teams on the bubble, they've got to make moves on one bubble or another.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's what it's all about here. It's top 5 or bottom 3. That's where our eyes are locked because everybody in between is going to that survival stage. But you're right, we're going into the desert, baby. The last 2 matches, and that is where you got to clutch it up. One team I got to talk about right off the rip is Go Team, right? They won the second to last Miramar yesterday. The one thing, though, was that they landed in that El Azahar area. Both circles in both matches ended up going down to that Los Leones region. So I think that was advantageous for them here, but the zone could go anywhere here. Can they repeat that? They're going to need to because Enigma Galaxy is going to come from.
I think they did such a good job, west side of Impala, to be able to have which compound that they did and then be able to rotate south on that. So that was very, very... Very impressive. On the other side of the bubble, though, I want to talk about GK just a little bit, right? Because they started off the entire tournament for their group stage so far with a win, and since then it's slipping here, slipping there, and I would like to see GK do a little bit more. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it was really demoralizing for them in just that other match where it was down in military base. They had such a great position, and they were not able to put any shots on the Team Flash at all.
Yeah.
They took it and won the game from that spot. So it's all about, you have to adapt, right? You're at the biggest stage ever. You're live here in Paris. You got to be able to calm down, settle down, and make it happen no matter what.
Well, between you and Jackie, I'm never escaping the GOAT team subject here from all of this. All right, no more barring, no more barring. It's time to head over to the commentators here for the 2 last games of the day.
Hey, look, we don't lie, James. We don't lie. Me and Jukes know what's up. It's all about GOAT, baby. They're going to be out there swinging, but it's Miramar time. And I got someone that I describe as a GOAT sat right next to me. And it's not because how he looks. It's because he's the best at casting. Get in there, John.
You're talking about me? I was looking on the other side of you. I was like, what's going on there? Is someone else sitting on the desk with us? No, he's being very kind to me.
I know.
That's a very strange feeling, but thank you very much. We are going to be heading into Miramar Lickety Split, and it is Hubble Bubble, Toil and Trouble. 5 teams will go forwards and 3 will fumble their opportunity to make it towards even the survival stage.
Make sure to like and
Now towards the
subscribe.
bottom of the tables is looking mighty dejected so far, and it is starting to open up a bit of a gap, a 6-point gap between 14th and 13th on that bubble. Towards the bottom of the tables, that's pretty significant.
It is. That was kind of slick with it as well with the wordplay, John. You were giving me some nursery rhyme type beats there, and you spot on because it will be a crime for some of these teams if they don't get through because they can't make dimes here in PUBG Mobile World Cup, and that'll be a travesty.
1492
2 games left.
OG.
You got to smarten up quick.
And #2.
Make sure that you're getting in and amongst it. You cannot afford to be timid, to be timorous, to be shy, and back off when you have a knock to play around, you know? That's
don't
kind of
remind me.
That's
Come
kind of,
on.
well, look, you know, as long as it's still in my memory, it's going to be in yours too, because it is a real stain on that one. Plane path goes from Minas del Sur over towards La Cobraria up on the northwest side. Fairly chill on this one, waiting for the circle to come on out, and I'm waiting to observe any hot drops, but it looks like for now, we're going to be kind of chill. Picardo, though, could be dangerous if Thundertalk do drop down, because 4 Thrives are on top of it, in and amongst it. But no, Thundertalk, we know what they like to do, and it is get away from other players in the lobby.
You got it in twice in the intro, but I can't believe
I've just got to twist that now.
I know, you really are. You're turning it, you're twisting
Second
it.
place isn't first place, is it?
Yeah, I mean, technically. Second to lose, I suppose. Or first to lose.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll take
yeah,
it.
something like that. We'll run the numbers. That's not our role. That's Max.
No, it's not. It's not Max. Oh, dear. They're on the road again with a big bang. They're going on through. It's the GOAT team. Heading on up on the South Coast Road. Going to potentially move in over towards Puerto Perico and Impala, that sort of area of the map. But the plane path being on the west and the circle being on the northwest is going to make things tricky. But if you want to make things as untricky as possible, make sure you're grabbing those Naruto skins. You saw that flash up on your screens. Jump on into the game. Make sure you go for those draws because you can look mighty fine on the battlegrounds.
Oh, yeah, you can look pretty damn slick. Come out there styling on fools with your plays with the mad skins that they've got. Wonderful collab. Everyone's very excited about it. So like John said, make sure you're checking it out and getting your solo peepers, spotting it in-game today. And of course, we'll be using our eyeballs to tell you the lay of the land with the teams here. Give you a run through of everything that matters as we get close. Going into the next game, obviously, it'll be a little bit more deliberation, right? We'll know kind of what we're looking like. Top spots, obviously, being drastically important. Skip survival. And then the bottom side of the pack, because otherwise, John, it's not even a matter of survival stage for you. It's just outright goodbye, good night from the event. Yet to come, really, but it might get a bit defined from this very game of Miramar here.
Yeah, if we're going to see early falls from X-Force Reject, Thundertalk Gaming Stars, it may just be a death sentence for them to try and make their way forwards. Obviously, there is always those mathematical probabilities because technically you can get 60 eliminations in a game and get a chicken dinner, which gives you a 70-point match. But I've never seen it happen, Jackie. Not legally, anyway.
No, but you can't see air, and they say that it exists. So you never know, John. That's the funny thing. But hey, probably not, eh? Because that would be crazy.
I hate that you've just said that to me. Because it's right.